Sure.
It's open. Kipuna. Kavatumpa kulpaiya moka paata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpaiya. Chipedwana ni bobo. Tonk nabung shanun yang. Tonk patogas maktelia. Tong hai tuam jiji yumalit pa ang yingkotu. Tolba da bunk walyagando de nago chuchut. Kachichu ay haudonga. Yumalit ka inkotun. Chilo mulra de ne bobo. Unkokun biskang. Bamulara takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ay haudonga. Tolba da bunk walyagando da nago chuchut. Moga shampompa, bolawan na chikni. Pamulislik mo po na wanga kun bist mulira best. Kachichu ay hodunga. Inkin kuno ba mulira chikun. Slima po na. Rundi hodonga kun honkabi. Iita na dana itya. Watayumaka wama huhanik. Asyong turong umnipatoga. Wana kun best chi. Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay hodonga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Uy, itanadan na yitya. Kunti chani. Tong patogas maktelia. Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay hodonga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampompa. Bolawan na chikni. Pamulislik mo po na wanga kun bist mulira best. Mana tota. Aku jigratuk pola. Jishok chonatong. Chongking no una pang pamulira kun kili. Kun kili no pa. Wata di manyo kola. Una no ku mulira. Wata wama mulira. King koncho peshak. No ba mulira ji. Johnny yun turong chi. Shagji kin lor chawata uma. Kava volpa mulji gumana. Kin Tune podo. Rana no prata don't no sercha. Echua penki. Mucha shakpampa. Inkin kun no pa mulri rachikun. Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay hodonga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampompa. Bolawan na tong hay tuam jiji yumalit pa ang yingkotu.
Yes, what's on your mind? You do? Well, fair enough. What do you want to discuss? I knew you wouldn't understand where I was coming from. Let me try and explain. You got the skills of an elite commando, and you saved my butt more than once. Between that and your facility with languages, I'm lucky you're here. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop watching you being wary. I'm just not built that way. Period. You haven't done anything yet, but there's no guarantee that you won't do anything in the future. I've been betrayed before by people, and it won't happen again. I don't know that you'll betray me, but there are no guarantees. Not for you, not for me. You don't have to take it personally. Me. You shouldn't. If you're smart, you won't trust anyone. Not me, not Bastila, and especially not yourself. I don't need to be analyzed, thanks. Can we just get back to business? No, I don't want to talk about it. What I want is to save the galaxy, if that's even possible. Why is whether or not I trust you or anyone so damned important to you? Why do you even care? We don't have time for this, so can we please just drop it for now? Can we pick it up later if you really must? I want to get underway. Uh-huh.
Chibi aita ka chong chicha. Ani uko ini kura mori wa.
Ci gratulo da pograshi onio kompa chintondo mutuba. Ka chi kun ita haldonga. Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank ronda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching pa. Jeda ba the wana ni di bobo. Dong na bungsha nununya. Chan shak bulara. Umrao cheese gaduchi. On chuban yishka yanki. Ta biz tu bonko koki makbaka. Ching para chiska mule. Achuta. Ronda.
Go away.
Chiska nichu. Kimba muli rat wana ji. Kimba no ku mixet abog. Kakincha na wabakaon. Tung abashun ni chunchi.
Kipuna. Kavatumpa kulpa yiya moka paata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpa yiya.
One.
Oscar. Chiska nichu. The hupa botenya go jiji piti.
Kipuna. Kavatumpa kulpalea muka pata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpalea.
Two.
Jiyokaku. Kimba muli rat wana ji. Koyami juski chika nai. Upa baska dwana chichopa muska. Jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu.
Une hudu. Rananu prata doko shirkasha. Tum apike.
Three. Go away. One. Smart.
Chikun ita haldonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Slimo podona. Chi gratulo da pograshi onio kompa chintondo muchuba. Loda dita kun.
Ita patisa patua ka kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda nalu chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikchi gratu loda pograshi oneu kompa chintombo muchuba. Loda dita kun. Ita patisa patua. Kava dumpa ku palia mukapata. Budana chaku. Ikun kono pule marachiko. Chanchak pulara. Umrao chiska duchi. On chuban jiska yanki. Titoke gratun kun chichakun. Kichakji locha wana wama. Kava volpa multi kumuna. Chinchun.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata, bonanakachu. Yin kiti umpa do punta krita. Ak ti kondo ona chabachisa wanki. Ti toki. Kipuna, bonanakichu. Kin ba mule radwana. Dong kin ba no kun tangabun shan nang. Wanga kun bis kin ba. Witimembo rangtong. Mule ra on shaturing ni patoga wanga chonzi tse. Ika krotu hakujije. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Kin kun shi kakachina awana wamata. Nishi la chorga kin kun para mona reji. Rundi ichawa tongbola Johnny Ku. Yumawama nibo lora waisha waga shichi.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda nalu. Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tongking ba nunotek. Tok ning chatukune mule rabes.
Genchopa chawi tikjok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami nonok. Bona nakachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kumkiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawagawa bakon. Donk kiba nukunek. Tong abuk sha nak nong. Rata tigin potranko. Disarcha doma wana kunda tama.
Itam boragatong. Mulira siyang turong ni na potata tuanga chun tize. Gruto haga jijiwa. Wata juma wana hu wama hulhu natek.
Witimembo rangtong. Mulera on shaturing ni patoga wanga chonzi tse. Ika krotu hakujije. Watu yama kama wona henak nek.
Chikun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno pa mulera chikun. Slimo podonar di hodonga ku kabe.
Shagji kina lorcha watamwana. Kin kun shishikin. Ni kin kun ban mulara jikun. Wama kun bes ching pala mule. Tune rana nuprata donko searcha domatama?
Ucha hodonga ya folke. Chachiska do punta kasapu baka. Pana oto.
Mokao yafoki. Chachiska do punta kakaspaka. Bano oto.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Amule slip.
Gigi hakuji Lord Chakin kuna. Vamole jikon. Kaji chutula podo to punto casa tabonk. Aita haudanga walaga. Witimembo rangtong. Mule ra on shaturing ni patoka wanga chonzi tse. Ika krotu haku.
Kipona, ona na kacho, kimba mulera tuana, taupa botenya kachicho na ifaudunga, taukum justak miket rundi haudunga ton kimba mankonkek, wana kumbes, chimpa ya muri. Chiyoka kolmolera, kin konjo peshak, nova moleraji, Yotoranchi, Aitatia, Ulauna Chinek, Bamulera Slimoanga Kubiskin, Tachichon Naifaudunga, Taukum Justak Mikedrabil Mogo, Torpada Wukwaya Gandoda Naga Chuchut, Moga Chibeduana Nibobo, Tung Nabun Shanungang, Muchitip Tombatoras materia, ashuta, unga kombistol peki koyana. Chiyoka kolmolera, kin konjo peshak, nova moleraji, yotoram chi aitatia, chachis katon puta, kasabubaka, mocha chibeduana ni bobo. Chachis katon puta, kasabubaka, kachichon naifaudunga, taukum justak mikedrabil mogo, torpada labu, tonga buksha umenom, kava volpamulsli, kumanabak mulira, labuda na rinkis matoma, yinkin slimo podona mulira, kawish manawish, tongjonea hakono, mulira yununaze, tombatoras materia, tunira manu prata tuncho, searcha toma toma, kava volpamulsli, kumana, kinkon shashiking, wana mapuche kupa, kino muliraki, kachichon naifaudunga, taukum justak mikedrabil mogo, torpada wukwaya gandot labuda na rinkis matona, yinkin slimo podona mulirachi kun, nova rundi haudunga kunkabi, rundi haudunga tonkimba kunkek, wana kumbes, chimpa ya muri, kunkabi, tuknen tanjo, kunem labuda na rinkis matona, yinkin slimo podona mulirachi kun, nova rundi haudunga kunka, chiyoka kolmolera, kin konjo peshak, nova muleraji,
Seriotoranci ai tatia. Ulaunanci. Tom. Kipona. Ona na kajo. Kimba mulera tuana. Taupa botenya ko jojo piti. Tawa rundi haudonga tong kimba mangkongke. Wana kumbes chimpa ya muri kunun kabi. Tuknen tangjo kun. Tachicho naifa haudonga. Tau kunjustak mike grabil mogo. Tulpadabunkwayagando danago chuchut. Tawanabuta awiyat tagwa tankidora. Tonga buksha umenom. Kava volpamulsli. Kumanabak mulira. Chuni yuntun. Jibedwana ni bobo. Tonga bunsha nungyang.
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like bantha poodoo.
Kuyami, Juski, Chika, Nai. Tong Batoga, Smaktilia. Davik, Yubong, Kuki, Pankpa. Tong Itwamaji, Human Act in Tikatune.
Who you call a little girl, Chuba Face?
Kubabatu, Konchi. She's got a soki, Kupa Bona, Nachachu.
Just a sec, boys. Zalbar, a little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects. Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
Kiyokaku. Kimba Muli Rapwanaji. Kuyami, Juski, Chika, Nai. Ubabaska, Dwana, Chichopa, Muska. She's got a soki, Kupa Bona, Nachachu.
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Chobasa. Kimba Muli Rapwanaji. Kaba Volpa, Murji, Kumaya.
Say, I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee. It's not that strange. Most aliens can speak basic, they just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Terra, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkars, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Veo, and this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe. But if there's anything else you need... We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team. Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Terrace, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the Lower City gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord. Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him. He hangs around Zach's bounty office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All the postings there are small time, way beneath a bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Calo's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock. We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still...
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could... You going? Yeah, this dive is pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go. Can't you
think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the back base.
Ichua penki, tang itwama ji, human act in ikatune, chi ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama ag inkotune. Ciao baso. Patoga yak fuli kokala jiji. Tingkuin koka, tang hitwana ji sakat agi inkotune. Smilia! Tingkuin koka, patoga yak fuli kokala jiji. Kimba no konik dot. Kakincha nawabakaon. Bago.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. I don't normally go for these alien girls, but I've had some bad experiences with my own species lately. Maybe it's time for a change. Know what I mean? You're here about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the bounty office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. And when she tried to cut me with her vibro blade. Because she's crazy. She started screaming that I was making advances, and the next thing I know, she's coming at me with a knife.
Yeah, right. Sounds to me like she was defending herself.
I admit I was drunk. Maybe I got a little fresh. But it was no big deal. She didn't have to cut me. Hey, you weren't there. She totally overreacted. What? I can't do that. Think how it would look. I work for Davik. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. I can't let her get away with this. There has to be payback. Although, I do feel a little guilty about all this. Dia's a good-looking gal. It'd be a shame to kill her. Tell you what, I'll take 200 credits in exchange for lifting the bounty. Well, I guess you may be right. Besides, I've noticed some of the girls around here are giving me the cold shoulder since all this started. Okay, you win. Dia can live. Don't worry. I'll stick to my end of the bargain. I'll go tell Zax right now that the bounty is off the table.
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the hidden back base. How do I know you're not a Vulcan spy sent to kill Gadon Thek? Fair enough.
Down you go! You asked for this! You asked! guys are behind with your payments. What do you think just because you're in some gang, you don't have to give Davik his cut?
Karatumpa kunpa yiyamokapata. Bonanay kacho. Inkin kunoba mulirachi kun. Tong na bunshan yunyang. Tabawul pamulchi kamana.
Lunga di hotonga kun hongabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunotak. Togning chatukunde munerabes.
Ah, so you want to play this the hard way? Okay.
Tony Pudu. Rana no prata don't know sercha. Ichua penki.
Watana wamamulera. Kenchunju parshak. No wabule muleraji. Jonitun turji chiwi itato. Bona una dichek. Palamure slimo wanga kun bisching.
I knew you boys would see reason. Now get out of here.
Too bad. I was looking forward to cracking some heads.
Maybe next time, Candorus. I better get this over to Davik. I'll call you if anyone else gets behind on their payments.
Those Valkers are dumber than a Coruscant granite slug. They actually think being that pathetic little gang of theirs makes them important. Gadon keeps his hidden Becks in line, but Brezhik's getting dreams of grandeur. If Davik's smart, he'll slap that young punk back down. I'm someone you don't want to get on the bad side of. And I'm not one for small talk. I don't have time to stick around here anyway. Davik's got me working on a special assignment.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jikona. Tongki pa nonku nek abog. Chiyokaku. Inba muli ra dwanaji. Kuyami juski chika nai. Upa baska dwana chichopa muska. Jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu.
There's a bounty on your little green heads. I'm here to collect.
Just crunky to pats nemo. Chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Kinba muli ra dwanaji. Kinba noku nikset abog.
That's the plan.
What?
What? Uh-huh. On it. It's open.
Stop right there, or I'll give you a blaster shot right between the eyes. Now, what are you doing here? No, I'm the one with the blaster pointed at you. I get to ask the questions. What are you doing here? Well, go explore somewhere else. There's nothing interesting for you here. This is your only warning. If you bother me again, you won't walk out of here alive. I gave you it. Now you'll see what...
Ha! How'd you like that? Yes? What?
You're back. Did you manage to get Holdan to withdraw the price on my head? He called the bounty off? That's wonderful. I only wish I had something to give you as a reward. Wait a minute, I know. I don't have many credits, but there is something I can give you. It's a family heirloom. It's not much, but it's something. I can never truly repay you for helping me, but you'll always have my thanks for what you did.
Yes, what's on your mind? Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it? What does it matter that much? Why can't you just leave it be? I just don't trust easily. For good reasons, which are my own. Damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust anyone? Fine. Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malik were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in the fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. But think about it, if you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust? It's not that, that's not what I mean. There were others, good, solid, trusted men who joined them. Malik and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done. But the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy. I know, and I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just, no, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I rather not talk about it.
Hold on, where do you think you're going? This area is restricted to Undercity patrols. Without the proper security papers, I can't let you pass. I don't know how they do things in the upper city, but down here, we follow our orders to the letter. Without your security papers, I can't let you past. So just march on back to the base, talk to your commanding officer, and tell him you need the security papers. Otherwise, you ain't getting down.
Yes?
Sorry, but your kind aren't welcome in here. The hidden backs don't care much for you, Seth. Yeah.
What?
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the hidden back base. How do I know you're not a Vulcan spy sent to kill Gadon Thek? A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the hidden back's open door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulcan gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now. Well, we do need all the help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vulcans or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadon in the heart of his own base. Not with Zerdra watching his back. Go with... Hold it right there. Who are you? And what is your business with Gadon?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide mission.
You're too trusting, Gadon. Brezhik and his Vulkars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulkars do? I will never let it come to that. Now step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gadon if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulcar spy.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brezhik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you? The escape pods? You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. But you don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gadon. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra. If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has his own agenda. I suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Becks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took her prisoner. Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slave. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
I still think Bastila is just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulkar base on her own.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulkar scum at the base. Brejik's probably got your Republic fleet hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her. I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. By putting up such a valuable prize, Brejik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila is to somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race. I might be able to help you with this, if you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose. You really don't have any other choice. Not if you want to get Bastila back. You should at least listen to what I have to say. The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hiddenbecks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back. Getting into the Vulkar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Vale.
Mission? Gaddon, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the Undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base, it's her. She and her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the Undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the Undercity, but you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator. A simple disguise might have worked on the upper city guard, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past him. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the Undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway. I like to be prepared. Eventually, the Sith are going to try to drive us out of the Undercity. Sith disguises might give my people the edge we need in a crucial battle. Good choice. Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? I suggest you hurry. The swoop race is coming up, and we want you to have time to practice before the race.
Hold on there, civilian. Only those with official Sith business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came.
You there, Upworlder! Anyone using this elevator has to pay the toll.
Yeah, this is our elevator. If you use it, you gotta give us something.
I don't believe this planet. Even the beggars are trying to shake us down. 5 credits! That's what it costs to use our elevator. 5 credits! We are the outcasts, banished and reviled by those who dwell above.
Here in the filth and darkness, we claw out a wretched existence, scavenging and begging just to survive long enough to see another wretched day.
This is our village. We live here in the Undercity. You have to pay us 5 credits for using our elevator. Credits, my brother! We have credits. Now we can buy food and medicine.
Hush, or the others will hear us. They'll want our credits. We have to hide them.
Go on, you two. Get out of here. I'm sorry about that. Those 2 beggars give everyone in the village a bad name. We aren't all like that, you know. Most of us are good people.
I'm sure you are, miss. It's just too bad your little welcoming committee is here to give people a bad first impression.
My name is Shalina. You're from the Upworld, aren't you? I've never seen it. I was born here in the Undercity. Is it as nice as they say up there? I've never been to the surface, but sometimes I think I can see it in my dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds so wonderful. Gendar, the leader of our village, tells me I should spend more time trying to improve things down here and less time dreaming about something I can never have. Maybe he's right. You probably think I'm a fool, having dreams of a place I've never even seen. But when I was little, Rukil used to tell me stories of what it was like up there. Rukil's the oldest man in the village. The kids call him Rukil Wrinkleskin, but he's a kind man. He used to tell me the greatest stories when I was a little girl. I still like to listen to his tales about the Promised Land, even though I know they're just legends, but it helps to make the Undercity seem less dark somehow. It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil. He's wandering around somewhere on the south side of the village. He doesn't move too far. He's hard on his bones. He's over 100 years old. The children laugh at him, and people think he's crazy because of his stories about the Promised Land, but he's really just a kind old man. It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil. He's wandered the children. He'll be somewhere in the village. I couldn't say where for sure. He's always busy doing whatever he can to make the lives of the other villagers easier. I don't know anything about that, but maybe Gendar could help you. Sorry. Is there anything else? There were quite a few people from the surface marching through the village, but none of them bothered to talk to me. Gendar might know more about them. Oh, okay. Well, if you ever need anything, or if you just feel like talking, come back and see me. I hardly ever get a chance to speak to someone from the Upworld.
Upworlder, you can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back. I am Isala, healer of this village. I use my knowledge and what little resources we have to care for the outcasts. But despite my medical training, there is nothing I can do to help the poor souls locked on the other side of this gate. The villagers infected with the Rakghoul disease are quarantined beyond this gate. It's only a matter of time until they transform into horrible creatures that would destroy us all.
So you just lock them away in a cage?
For the sake of the village, we have to keep the infected ones locked away. And when they finally do transform into Rakghouls, we'll let them destroy each other. Nothing can be done for the infected villagers. Even the serum to counteract the Rakghoul disease wouldn't be any use now. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into Rakghouls and attack them at any moment. I can't stop you from going through the gates, Upworlder, but if the infected ones have already transformed into Rakghouls, you'll be walking into your grave.
Please, help us. We're infected with the Rakghoul disease. No! This cannot be. No! Please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the others. Please help us. We can't end up like them. You'll help us? Oh, bless you up. We have the Rakghoul disease. It is only a matter of time until we are transformed into... It is too late for them. Soon it will be too late for us, and we will transform into those horrible Please hurry, Upworlder. We don't have much. Don't forget about us, Upworlder. If you find any way to cure this disease, please come back and help us.
Back again? Is there something else?
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy, the beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder. I beg you. Question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rukul, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rukul Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes. Once I was honored for my wisdom, but over time the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually there was only a single apprentice who followed me, and now she is gone too. My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found. Finding her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you. I wish you luck, Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
Greetings, Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can. Our village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers. Yes, I have seen this Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her. She and her Wookiee companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers. There are two entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the rat ghouls and the other foul creatures. Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity. The rat ghouls are monsters, hideous mutations who feast on the flesh of our villagers. Their diseased jaws can infect those they attack, transforming the victim into one of those abominations. We know of no cure for the disease, and for the good of the village, we must banish any who become infected, lest they transform and turn on us. Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity. We are the outcasts, shunned from the surface for our crimes and banished here to the Undercity. We banded together to form this village that we might survive in this hostile environment. I am Gendar, leader of this village, as my father was and as was his father before him. Many of us have been here for generations, our ancestors cast down long ago. There is no return to the surface for us or our descendants, but somehow we managed to survive amidst the filth and roaming bands of deadly rat ghouls. As you wish, Upworlder. Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
Hey, you ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes, you've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself. There's something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
My name's Saigir. I run a little salvage shop here. You want to buy something from my store? I got some good deals. If a villager comes across any useful salvage in the Undercity, they bring it to me. Every so often, members from the lower city gangs come down to trade for the salvage. They'll exchange food and medicine for engine parts, old blasters, and the like. Sometimes they even give me credits if I have some really good stuff. It ain't the best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but the prices are right.
Hendar, hurry! I can hear it coming.
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hendar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time! I can't. The Rakghouls are too close.
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate.
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all.
No, you can't do this. It isn't fair. Please, make him open the gate. Hendar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the Rakghouls are so near. You'd risk your life for a stranger? You're brave, Upworlder. I'll open the gate for you, but you gotta be quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again.
Thank you enough for saving me, Upworlder. If I had anything but these rags on, it would be yours. But we have nothing.
I still have you, Hendar. That's all I need. Let's go back to the village.
Back again.
Please, you have to help me. Nobody else is going to help me. Even the Becks won't help me. But I can't just leave him there. He's my... It's Zalbar. He's in trouble. Big trouble. We have to help him. If we don't, they'll sell him into slavery. Me and Zalbar, we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find. Just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd Rakghoul attack.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver. I just know it. I don't know for sure, but those Gamorreans like to hang out in the sewers. The stink reminds him of home, I guess. That's probably where they took Big Z. It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Vulcar base. Now come on. We have to find Zalba before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
They make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zalbar. And that's where I'll find the secret entrance into the Vulcar compound.
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn rat ghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight. By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came. This isn't a good place to stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with rat ghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Candace, I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
Looks like we've got company. Get those blasters ready, boys. Damn. I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad idea. His men aren't trained for this kind of thing, and I can't babysit them all. Okay, boys. We're getting out of here before I lose anyone else. I can't carry all this salvage back by myself. You'd be smart to get out of here as well. Even if you can handle the rat ghouls, I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore. Davik sent me down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first. Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that. What are you, an off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the Interstellar Crime Syndicate. Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble. Come on, boys, let's move out.
You'll never get me.
Down you go! How'd you like that?
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people? It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the promised land. You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history. The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen in Terrace, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. Rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born. Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Taris, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there. Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location. Yes, Upworlder, well done. However, I see that this journal alone does not have enough clues for me to solve this mystery. Too many pieces are still missing. I'm afraid that only with all three journals, my grandfather's, my father's, and my apprentice's, will I be able to discover the location of the Promised Land. I will leave this journal with you for safekeeping for now. Perhaps it will aid you in your search for the others. I wish you luck, Upworlder, for the sake of the entire village.
Back again? Is that... I am Miss, but despite my medical training, there is nothing...